At the May conference, they had all the newcomers to the 100 Club and all the different people going up on stage and getting their recognition and their prizes. And what I can only describe as an intense jealousy as I sat and watched them going on stage and getting all this recognition, and I thought, I want to be on that stage.
I've made a 100 Club quite a few times. I remember the first time that I'd ever made it, the first time into the business, it was all very, very new to me and I was a lot younger. Still look as good as I do now though.
I feel quite proud to be in the 100 Club. It was something I read about on the web pages and I thought, you know, I could go for this with the help of my distributors, and it all came together and it pretty much worked out.
I'd always wanted to have champagne in the bath with strawberries, and I'd never ever been able to afford a bottle of champagne, to be honest, and I'd seen it on a film years ago with Arthur and I thought, one day I'm going to do that, and I did. The first time I actually managed to do it was when I got my first bottle of champagne from Betterware at the 100 Club.
Well, they were getting on stage for the 100 Club, and I'd heard it mentioned before but not properly, and then they actually sort of talked a bit in depth about it and how you get a tie if you do it once and it gets to a blazer and things like that, and then you get invited to these special champagne receptions, and I attached myself quite strongly to this idea and I decided that I was going to get in that 100 Club.
This year I've only been in 100 Club in one campaign. However, last year I was in 100 Club for 3 campaigns in a row. I ended up going to the awards dinner, which was in February. Had a wonderful time. I think my motivation there is just because I like to party and get pissed.
Since I've been a coordinator, it's in 6 months I've achieved 100 Club 3 times out of 4.
I achieved the 100 Club last campaign, which I'm really, really pleased about. And I intend to try and do it this campaign and again next campaign as well.
I basically worked out that I needed to do £1,750 sales a week, and that would get me in the 100 Club. And I looked at, I'd need to recruit distributors and I'd need to, organise myself was the main one. Needed to be 1 trip to a distributor's house, not 2 or 3, because you've forgotten to take the handles to go with the delivery.
I gave them targets based on their previous sales.
Just recruit territory management, make sure that every distributor is actually achieving what their area should be achieving. And that way you will get to a 100 Club or maybe even 125 Club.
Making sure that I get up each morning and I start doing work instead of sitting watching TV or moping about, checking my emails and being all slow and slovenly. I had to be motivated and keep going and keep that drive there. So if a distributor leaves, c'est la vie, I had to move on from it and not get myself hung up on it. One of my big distributors left at that sort of point, so I lost £500 sales because he went to work in a theme park. And instead of going, oh no, I've lost a distributor, I just went, right, well I need to get somebody to fill that area, and started making sure that the leads phoning up, and I was talking to them, trying to assess whether they wanted to just earn, sort of do £200 sales a week, or whether they wanted to start to earn a bit more from it and then try and push new distributors to try and reach that role, so I was getting those extra sales.
I offered my distributors cash incentives, usually prizes, cash, bottles of whiskey, vodka, whatever. They were all prizes that I gave away.
Been to the conferences before and seen everybody else getting up on stage, and I've always thought, yes, I'd like to be one of those. I'd like to get up there, so it will be really, really good to actually know I've done it, to get there.
I'm in the 100 Club and I really am proud for that. I'm going to try this time on this campaign to go for the 125. For the simple reason, I really do want to go to the conference, the annual Achievement Awards this year, because last year I actually missed it. I was sitting indoors when I got a phone call from Sue Garden saying, where are you? And I'm saying, I'm at home. Well, why aren't you here? And I'm saying, I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. And she went, no, it's tonight. And I really, really was so disappointed. But I really do want to get them this year.
My tip to anybody that wants to get into the 100 Club is to take on as many people as possible.
This year's 58 first orders. I'm planning on finishing on 100 plus at the end of the year.
Definitely. My plan for next year is to get in the 100 Club 3 times consecutively, so I can come to this award dinner and and have some of that champagne.
Like I say, I've got 38 plus 2 part-timers, so I've actually got 40 people. All right, I lose people from week in, week out, but I've got a list as long as my arm of people that desperately need to earn money, and it's the easiest job in the world to do, and that's how I achieve 100 Club, as many people as possible.
It's just ego. I wanted that recognition and that, you know, I am in the 100 Club, and if I did £80,000 every week for the year, £80,000, sorry, for every week of the year, I don't think I'd feel as proud of myself as if I got in the 100 Club just once, just because it's that like mantle, like that's what I wanted, was that like I've done this. It wasn't even motivated by, oh, I'll earn this much money if I do it. That is obviously a bonus. At the end of it, I've gone, oh, I've earned all this money, but no, the main thing that when I look back on it is I got in the 100 Club.